Hello and welcome to Gettin' Good, a series where I revisit some of my favorite video game franchises to try and, well, get good. For the time being, I'll be revisiting Kingdom Hearts 3's Critical Mode at Level 1. During this playthrough, it's going to be my goal to beat as many of the boss fights as I can without taking any damage. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Rock Titan boss fight from Olympus Coliseum. We're going to discuss all of his offensive moves, how you can counter them, and hopefully win this fight without taking any damage. Without further ado, let's get good. So thankfully, the fight begins and it's pretty easy. All we gotta do is make it up the side of this cliff while the Rock Titan is hurling down boulders at us. Simply avoid these by moving to either side or staying central, and then once we make it to the top, we can actually begin the fight. Upon reaching the top of the cliff, you're gonna have a decision to make here. You're either gonna want to take the left foot or the right foot and pretty much start bullying this thing to death. Now, typically, you're going to be able to get in about one full combo before the Rock Titan is going to hit his revenge value. And when this happens, he's usually going to lift up his foot and he's going to do a stomp. So a simple guard will suffice for this. You can either guard it in the air, or you can guard it on the ground, and if you're playing on critical, you can feel free to use your reprisal. The Rock Titan's next attack is going to see streaks of blue light illuminate themselves on the floor. There's always going to be 3 consecutive attacks where rock-like pillars emerge from the floor. You can guard these, or you can simply avoid them. Either just before or just after knocking out one of the Rock Titan's feet, he's going to perform a desperation-like move where rocks start erupting all over the stage. I think that you can block these, but I generally prefer to just roll off the stage and wait for things to calm down. After we crumble both legs, the Titan is going to fall over and a cutscene is going to show us these golden stepping points that we can use to climb to the top and fight him. There's 2 heads, but we only need to deplete the health bar on one of them to win the boss fight. You should definitely get some previous damage before you activate the attraction flow to finish the fight. It does do a lot of damage, but if you don't do enough damage, you're going to have to fight his legs again from half health and then go for the kill again. The only thing that you need to be aware of when you do reach the Rock Titan's 2 heads is that he will periodically sway both of his heads back and forth, dealing damage. It's best to just let him do what he wants to do before going back on the offensive. I have no doubts that the hardcore players would probably approach this fight with a lot more restrictions, and they probably wouldn't even use the attraction flow to win the fight. But if you want to win the fight as safely as possible, and you're not too nitpicky about your restrictions, then you just gotta get this guy's health into a pretty reasonable range, and then you can go ahead and just use the attraction flow to win. Okie dokie, so that is enough talking. I did in fact beat this boss at level 1 on critical without taking any damage, so let's go ahead and check that out now. Yeah.
Yes! That's one down!
They're not so tough by themselves.
That one was dumb as a rock.
Okay, what's next?
Alright, that is going to do it for our first episode of Getting Good, the Kingdom Hearts Critical Level 1 run. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, please go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you'd be so kind. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.